Hello, everyone. Well, today is day 2 of our Doge mining class tutorial with Ryan Conley here, Clinton O'Brien, Brian, and also all of our wonderful friends that are interested in mining Dogecoin. So, Clinton, hello, brother.
Hey, how's everybody doing today?
Very, very good. Hey,
Good,
Clinton,
good.
let's just talk real quick about the last. You had the Super Bowl yesterday going on. What exactly took place? What did Elon Musk say and stuff like that? And bringing us up to what's happened the last 24 hours with Doge.
Well, interestingly enough, there's a somewhat of a curveball thrown by Elon when he bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin this morning. So
Right.
I'm not quite sure how that plays out with the whole Doge. He's been pumping in, or should I say, promoting Doge quite a bit for the last few days. But that being said, I think it's an interesting move, which again, you want to level a playing field if you want to leverage a token in turn adversely, if that makes any sense. There was a commercial there, and I mean that's it. A lot has happened, and we'll navigate it and figure it out. But I don't have all the answers as where this is going, what that strategic move is. But again, I feel like it's a position to leverage another token to show, hey, my company's interest is in cryptocurrency. So I'll go ahead and commit 1.5 billion and then use that as leverage for the other token, Doge specifically. So
I think that's pretty.
that's my thought.
I think that's really genius right there for him to do something like that. He's a smart man. So yes, we can go ahead and get moving right into this. I know you have a nice presentation prepared for everyone.
Yeah. So yesterday was just a little bit rough. My apologies for that. Yesterday, like using another computer that I don't typically use. So what I've went ahead and done, I've put together an 8-slide presentation, which will be available once the meeting's adjourned here. Ryan will upload the video that we're being recorded on right now, along with all the documentation and links. All right. So I have control, Ryan, or
you do. Let me go ahead and get that for you real quick. I'm going to go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
And give you control here. So here we go. And make host. There we go. Perfect.
Awesome. All right.
And change host. You're good to go, brother.
All right. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna try to make this as painless as possible and non-scripted, kind of have fun with it here. All right. Can everybody see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, sweet. Bottom left corner, as you can tell, favorite picture on the presentation.
Yes.
All right. All right, Doge mining, simplest 1, 2, 3, right? So basically what this presentation is going to do is allow you, like I'd mentioned in yesterday's meeting, if you weren't a part of it, is to download the Dogecoin core application, which allows you to sync with the entire blockchain network all the way back to 2013 when Doge was established. Install and set it up per your operating system, whether that's a PC, Linux, or OS X for those Mac users. And then allow you to either make a decision if you want to solo mine or do a mining pool. And I'll explain the benefits of each. Teach you how to set up a wallet, set up your workers per se. And when I mean workers, that's specific to each individual graphic processing unit or a computer processing unit. Basically, if you have when I say CPU, it's a standalone laptop with the integral hardware peripheral that's attached, or if you have a PC that's expandable, you can put multiple graphics card in there to allow it to do its thing. All right. Next slide. All right, you want to go to doge.com, and this is where it starts. All right, this is their main page, and as you can tell right there by my note, download your operating system application. And as you can see there, you have Windows, OS X, Linux, Android, believe it or not, on your Android phone. And once you click on that link down below, you will come to this page here, right? For this example, I actually clicked on the Windows operating system, and it tells you specifically. So you have the multi-Doge, which is the Doge Lite wallet. We'll address that here later on, but what you want for mining is the Doge core, either the 32-bit or the 64-bit architecture. And in order to do that, you right click on your computer icon on your desktop and you hit properties, and it should generate or show you exactly what architecture you have. All right. A 64-bit architecture is able to run a 32-bit executable file. All right. So what are the difference between the two? You have two. You have to sync with the blockchain and use the Dogecoin. Multi-Doge is a lightweight. It syncs with the blockchain by skimming through the blocks. 1 second. Someone just joined in the chat here. Gotta minimize that. Lets you skim through the block chain by and providing a fast sync time. All right. The core, on the other hand, I have this thing in the way here for some reason. Got to move it. Is a full wallet. It syncs by downloading and providing a solid working Dogecoin wallet. And that's what you want. You want to do the core system, right? And as you can tell, I have a little bit of notes there on the right-hand side. And again, the slide will be available once we're all complete. This is kind of in reverse. From their main page, you can click on getting started. It'll explain it to you, 1, 2, 3. Desktop wallet, the phone wallet, and it tells you again, kind of a little bit of redundancy here, but it kind of outlines everything for you. And the great thing about this presentation, everything is hyperlinked, all right? So that means you can just click on the actual document and it'll take you to the actual page that's being presented on the PowerPoint presentation here. All right, mining software that's available to mine on your, you know, computer per se, not for your phones. You know, you have CG Miner, CUDA Miner, CPU Miner, and GUI Miner. And as you could tell there, you know, there's a warning. And this is taken directly from the actual Dogecoin.com website. You know what I mean? I just kind of simplified it for everyone. I know a lot of people don't like reading a lot of times, so kind of make a streamlined process for everyone here, kind of cut through, you know, the red tape, or just stick to the meat and potatoes here. So before mining with your own hardware, you must understand that the computation will cause your hardware to work hard. That being said, you want to kill any processes that you have that you typically don't use. You know, typically you can do a Control-Alt-Delete on Windows or whatever it is for your operating system. You can see the processes that are running in the background that you can just kill. And what that does, that increases your hash rate. And basically what a hash rate is, it's the computation power that it takes to generate and mine at a certain time, certain space and time. The higher your hash rate, the more you mine within a particular time frame, if that makes any sense. It tells you what's a good temperature. They have a bunch of free software that you could use to monitor your computer. CPU-Z is one of them. That's one of them that I actually utilize. You know, 70 degrees Celsius and below. Comfortable at 80 degrees. The fans will be very loud. And you can tell, and again, they have free tools to tweak and adjust your system as you go along. But again, that's for more of an advanced user. All right, so CG Miner, you know, tells you for AMD, NVIDIA GPU, or CPU, my apologies. And one great thing, right? So you have the proof of work technology, and pardon me if I go on tangents here. I kind of want to loop everybody in and give them a little backstory. The proof of work technology is what Bitcoin as well as Ethereum mainly operates off of, and they're more so transitioning to proof of stake. But with the proof of work, the GPU, graphic processing unit, you would typically need a full-size computer with a bunch of graphics card in order to mine per se. But they've gone ahead and advanced these software to where they're zip portable files, where you can literally extract them on a portable device and run them locally with a CPU as opposed to a GPU, meaning a laptop in layman's term, right? So these are your different options. And again, everything will be hyperlinked here so you can actually download and get to them, all right?
Can I add one thing to this?
Yes.
I tried to download this yesterday already. And my defender, my virus defender from my computer was warning me and didn't allow me to download it.
Yes. Yep.
If that is happening to you, then you can switch off the defender for 10 minutes and then you can download the program quickly.
Yes. So if you look here, if you look at the slide on the very left-hand side, I have these notes in red specific to your point. When you do go there, it says, note, computer may flag as a virus. This is 100% virus free, okay? So
Yeah.
just be assured that it is. But to your point, I'm glad you brought that up, but it is listed there on the very first slide. And
Yeah.
Let's mute out.
got a lot of background noise there. All right. All right, that being said, what you can do, to your point, you could either disable your Defender, or what you can do, you can allow it on your PC if you know how to do that. And it'll avoid that problem in the future. All right. All right, now we get into mining. There are two types of mining. Solo mining, which is specific to your local system, you know, may have slower payout based on your system configuration. And then you have pool mining. And you have multiple options when it comes to the pool mining. And basically what a pool mining is, you go to a website that offers mining, and typically they show you which statistics they have, fees, payout, and so forth. A lot of them don't always divulge that information, but the larger the pool, the larger the payout potential. But again, in correlation to that, the fees may be a little higher as well. Right. So, but that being said, you know, maybe everyone on the call, or Ryan, we could put together and decide to join one specific pool, all of us together here, which increases the payout probability. The more hash rate for the entire, you know, ecosystem of that pool, it should work out in our benefit, if that makes any sense, as opposed to everyone just joining a random selection of pools. You know, I think it'll benefit us all.
Is it possible to create our own pool, maybe?
You know, it's interesting, and that's a great question. That's the next thing I need to look into, if I can actually develop and build out my own pool, or we could build out our own pool. You know, I don't believe it to be that difficult, but that's a great question, and that's something that I have for notes to look into.
If that is
For
an
now.
option, if that's
Again?
an option for us, then we can all recruit lots of people in our own pool, and we have
Correct.
our own.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, so I have that as an action item. Great question.
And a potential MLM.
All right, so basically, go ahead.
I said, and a potential MLM side to it.
Yeah, there you go. No, seriously, absolutely. You know, twofold, right? So, all right, mining rewards are random. You're basically searching for blocks and solving, confirming the block for a reward. Currently, the payouts is up to 1 million coins, excuse me, 1 million coins per block. But over time, the reward has been cut in half, basically, right? So, from an overall long-term view, if you have 0.01% of your computing power overall, you should be able to get, you know, the equivalent of the payout overall, less likely to find and confirm blocks. But again, that's the reason why they did the pools. All right, joining a pool. To join a pool, select from the following list. Sign up for an account. Larger pools are more consistent with payouts, but also consider fees and any other perks, such as bonuses for finding blocks or finding a block. All the pools we try to have the same general interfaces. So again, warning, if you use multiple pools, we do not use the same password, right? So you typically want to either have a note on your phone where you can document your passwords and so forth, or an actual pen and paper, your choice. If a pool is hacked or has malicious intent, the attackers will surely try the username and password on every other pool that's out there, right? All right, so once you're set up and good to go, like it said, you know, most pools have the same general interface. Basically, here's where we get down to the bread and butter of things. Once you're in a pool, you know, you're gonna make a worker. And basically what a worker is each physical device or peripheral you have. So each single laptop, that would be considered one worker. If you're running 4 graphics card, you'd have 4 workers. Specific to that point, what you want to do, you want to name each computer or graphic card by a unique name, so that if there's any issues, it's easy to troubleshoot, you know? So CPU 1, laptop 1, home laptop, office laptop, and so forth, right? On your worker dashboard, there will be options to create a new worker, and that's where you give that assigned name, like I just mentioned a second ago. All right, and basically, the best part, right? Being rewarded for the work you've put in place. So receiving your mined coins. Once you have mined some coins, log into your pool's web interface and go to edit account, usually under my account, give it the address that you have. And basically where that address will come from is once you install the Doge, program on your device, it should generate a wallet for you. And you want to make sure that everything is accurate and detailed. You don't want to inadvertently put an incorrect address, because once it pays out, you can't get that back. All right. So the best part about this is you can already, prior to start mining, once you generate an actual address, get free Dogecoin. So it says there are numerous amounts of ways to get Doge. You can buy them, trade them, get tipped, mine them, and more, right? Endless. The possibilities are endless. You can get the tip Doge by participating in the Doge community. Again, Doge.com, Dogecoin.com. If that's not your style, the easiest way you have to have first Dogecoin is to get them from a faucet, right? A faucet is a website which gives you a small amount of Doge for free to introduce you to the currency. All you need to do is give them your Doge address, right? Says here are a couple of Doge faucets, and literally it says dogefaucet.com. I hyperlink that as well too, so you can click on that and you put your Doge address there, right? And then specific to our point of this discussion is that you can also mine them as well, right? When you use your computer to process Dogecoin transactions by other people, in return you get Dogecoin. Mining is intended for advanced users. It typically says that, but again, I've streamlined the process, and they've also streamlined the process, and we'll provide that hyperlink, and so you could read down and see how to do it. ABC 1, 2, 3. Right? It requires a lot of technical knowledge, not necessarily. These online faucets and exchanges, they're not owned or maintained by Doge. So while they're satisfied and trustworthy, reliable services. So yeah, I mean, really down and dirty, to be honest with you. You know, any questions? Come on, somebody's got to have a question here. You've got it all figured out already?
Clinton, I have a question.
Yes.
If we have older PC like that runs Windows XP or something like that, are you able to utilize this?
You know, that's a great question. Again, they do have the 32-bit and the 64-bit architecture, so I don't see a problem there with being ran on an older computer.
I didn't know if there was a minimum CPU or graphics card requirement, or it'd be slow. But I do have a couple of PCs that are about 8 years old. They're just on the shelf. I just thought about firing them up.
It's time to blow the dust off. Yeah, time to blow the dust off of them and bring them out.
All right, cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, and that was the whole point. You know, like Ryan and I, you know, we've been talking for some time now, and it just dawned like, hey, man, like, let's hold a little forum on. I'm sure people have old computers or just computers on all day with internet connection, just sitting there. Like, why not generate some revenue, you know?
I have a question too. Can it be run on a cloud CPU, or does it have to be?
As far as so that's where the mining pool comes into play.
Okay,
typically, because that's cloud, cloud-based. If you could be a little bit more specific with what regard?
Well, I'll have to look into that. You didn't bring it up, so it's not relevant because I don't know what I'm talking about. But
no worries.
I did get it loaded on my PC, and then I told it to put all the data on a external hard drive, but the actual program is on the CPU, but it's collecting all the data on the external hard drive. So if
correct. So
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were done.
Yeah, no. If I moved it to another PC, like a laptop that was a little bit faster, would I have to start over or just download the core program?
No. So one great thing is that, to your point, and I'm glad you said that, when you set it up initially, you want to set up the actual blockchain on the portable device, which is great, right? Gotcha. So in line with that, or in tune with that, one of the great things is they've packaged the software to be a zip file per se, or a compressed file. You want to uncompress that on the same portable device, if that makes any sense. Okay. So you'll have the compressed as well as the blockchain on that portable device, and you literally plug and play, unplug it, take it to another one, fire it up, and it should work there.
Okay.
Anything else?
That's good.
Anyone else?
What's the planned date to start with this group? Is there any?
I'm sorry.
Is there any planning from your side that when we can start with this group?
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? My plan is I can start tomorrow, today if possible, but the problem is there's one issue here, right? If we go back to the very first page, item number 2 in red down below, right? Install the Dogecoin PC OS X or Linux, let it sync with the entire blockchain. This will take some time. That's the only issue. So until you're fully synced with the blockchain, then, you know, it's almost not really possible.
Okay, I'm in the meanwhile, I was searching on YouTube how to start your own mining pool. There is several videos on YouTube, like 10, 15 minutes videos, how to set up your own mining pool.
Yeah, no, you know, we can take that for action. If someone in the group want to do it, I mean, I could do it. Ryan, if you want to do it, team of people, whomever.
Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll leave the Facebook chat going. Appreciate you all being part of that right there, and just start kind of strategizing and you know, filling out what we all want to do together. We got people that are interested, so definitely a possibility. Yeah,
I'd say the first part is just following these three first 2 steps. Actually, is going to Dogecoin.com, downloading the actual software, and start syncing with the blockchain.
I think that
Dogecoin is the wallet, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, okay.
Clinton, I've got a question.
Yes, go for it.
Yeah, last night I was trying to set this up on my MacBook, but when I did the OS X download, I mean, I was able to download it. It expanded, and when I drug it over to the application, I mean, I did all things I had to do to get it installed. But then when I went to run it, it said that Apple hadn't verified the software. It needed an update from the developer, and so it wouldn't run. Is there, do we have any idea when we might get an update, or what the situation is on that? Because I mean, Apple flat out will not run it without it, you know.
Even going into the properties of that application and checking off some boxes. I know with Windows, I'm a Windows person myself personally. You can right click and you can run in multiple compatibility modes.
Yeah, I don't think I mean, I'll try it, but I don't believe that Mac has that sort of or that Apple has that sort of a setup. But I'll check.
Okay. Yeah. Or, you know, Google's always a good place to look for information for as far as that goes, with regards to specific to that, you know what I mean, application. If that makes any sense, or if that helps you at all.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't give you actual answer for that.
Sorry.
Who's that?
I have a question. This is Angie. I was wondering. Good. I was wondering about I have a Mac as well, and so when we're doing the mining, it gives the warning, right, of that it's on a lot hotter. It's constantly running, right? Is it going to ruin the computer?
No. So again, I could put something together specifically how to tweak and tune your PC or computer, laptop, Linux to turn the fan down, as far as that goes. Also, there are scripts that you could write within the configuration file to tweak it as well. And maybe that's something I'll do. I'll put together something for you. Are you in the group at all?
Yeah, I'm in the group.
Okay. All right. So, all right, Angie, I'll try to figure that out and try to get that over for you.
Okay. And then can I ask you, how many coins can you mine in a 24-hour period?
So again, that question was asked yesterday. It just depends on the infrastructure and your hash rate. So 2 things, right? Your internet connection and the just basically the overall specs on your computer. If it's a newer one, you know, I mean, 4-core, so forth, you'll obviously have a higher hash rate. But if it's an older computer, you know, there's no real answer per se.
Can you not tell us what an average computer is mining? You know the numbers probably.
Yeah, that's
not again. Yeah, I understood the question, but again, it just depends. It depends on your internet speed. It's just a lot of different variables. But the whole purpose and premise of this was to say, hey, bringing this to everyone's attention. Hey, I know you got a computer. It just sits there collecting dust. You know what I mean? So even if it's like 1 coin a day, 2 coins a day, half a coin a day, it's something,
Yeah, and you're leaving them on and just letting them run all day, right? All day, all night.
Yeah. So yep. So that's the thing. It's people have computer. It's just your choice if you want to do that or not. But for me specifically, I do. I leave them on and they just run and do their thing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome.
So you're talking about 1 coin a day, half a coin a day.
No, that was just a general, that was just a general, speaking in generalities, basically stating that depending on what you have for infrastructure, internet, it could be more, it could be less.
Yeah, so I was going to bring that up. So when you say what we have as far as structure, you mean the speed of the internet, the speed of the processor, all those things compiled together contribute.
You've got it. Yeah, you got it. Yep, you got it.
And
anything else? I mean,
yeah,
we could keep this going if we wanted to, Ryan. At a later date. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey, I have one more question.
Yeah, go for it. Is that Angie?
Yeah, it's me again. So
Hey.
I know that you guys are pronouncing it Dogecoin, but isn't it Dogecoin? Am I wrong?
It's called by 3 different enunciations. So, Doge,
Okay.
doggy.
It just sounds it sounds dodgy, like Dogecoin. So I like to call it Dogecoin.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
Okay. I was just wondering because you guys are saying that.
But to your point, that's a good one. I mean, seriously, you could talk to 10 different people, and it's the same token, right? Coin at the end of the day, but the enunciation and pronunciation are always so different.
Yeah, it just sounds much more sophisticated as Dogecoin. I don't know. To me.
Yeah, we'll call it Dogecoin on this platform. Absolutely.
Okay. It's all good. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
My last question is, I can if we are mining, I can even stop, for example, in the night, the mining, and I restart in the morning. Is that a problem?
No, it's not a problem. So what I'll do, Ryan, do I still have the capability of sharing the screen?
You are still sharing it.
Okay, perfect. So I'll show you an example. So can you see that?
Yeah.
Yep. So this is XMRig. It's another software that I use for mining, but this is specific to QRL, right? I didn't even really want to touch on QRL, but quantum resistant ledger is a post-quantum token that's actually been developed by a team that's integrated, the future of computer security that was approved by the NIST, the National Institute of Standardization, basically for the NSA, National Security Agency, and so forth. So this is one example, if you could see my screen there, of a mining taking place in real time for the QRL token. I know it probably doesn't make sense to anyone, but that's typically what you would see on any mining software.
So the QRL is being used by the NSA blockchain?
No. So the NIST, right? So the NSA is the overall approving body, right? Because it's a matter of national security, right? So yeah. The NIST sets the standardizational protocol for security technology, if that makes any sense. QRL actually has gone ahead and implemented that as far as a token goes. If no one's aware, there's an actual quantum race in place, because what's being said is that computers are going to be in place that can actually break the current security technological infrastructure in place, such as Bitcoin and so forth, in a fraction of minutes, if that makes any sense. And again, that's, I didn't really want to delve into this for this forum and platform, but QRL is the first certified.
It makes sense.
Post-quantum computer. or quantum coin. So that's why that's my token of choice to mine. You know, again, this was just getting together with Ryan to do everyone here. You know, give back to everyone, I guess, for lack of a better term, to help them and show them how to mine if you have a computer laying around.
How many coins are you mining? Different coins, if you don't mind me asking.
So for me, I'm doing QRL, I'm doing Doge, and I'm doing Monero.
Okay.
And all of that on one computer or separate computers?
So separate computers.
So I think the next video Zoom meeting what we go to have together is about how to connect the whole system, right?
Yeah, absolutely. As far as the pool, you mean? Or what do you mean specifically?
Yeah, I was trying yesterday already, and somehow you have to connect the whole system with API links or something like that.
I'm sorry, I missed that last part. My apologies.
API, we have to connect with an API to the mining pool or something like that. I was watching.
We're gonna try to work that. Go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
No, you're speaking, Angelo. I think you broke up. I thought we were done. My apologies.
Listen, I have to go ahead and end this webinar. Can you send the thing back over to me? Control, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right now, Angelo, we'll make sure we get your question answered right there. Appreciate you guys all coming today. Stay tuned for the next upcoming webinar here. We'll have that right away here. So thank you very much for being all here today. Okay. You got control.
Thanks, everyone. Cheers.
Have a good day, guys. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.